How you doing, folks? This is Bob C-Gar coming to you from my studio in Springfield, Oregon, which is, yes, a lawn chair in front of my garage door. So, just thought I'd jump on here kind of quick and talk just a little bit about the fireworks at the White House yesterday. I'm sure everyone has seen the clips, seen the videos, and just thought I'd give you kind of my take on what happened, what transpired. So if you look at what's the objective for Trump, the objective is to stop the killing. Also, to get something back for he says 350 billion, other people say 150 billion, those numbers are all disputable. I don't know if there's any way we can really tell, because they sent FEMA money, all kinds of, the LA Fire Department sent a bunch of equipment. I'm sure that other cities have sent a bunch of equipment. So it's really probably hard to say exactly what the number is, but whatever the number is, it's in the hundreds of billions, okay? It's over 100 billion. I think it's probably more like 250, 200, somewhere in there. Zelensky's coming to the White House to sign the rare earth mineral contract, agreement between Ukraine and the United States. And in that agreement, we're going to give them, some more money, and we're going to help rebuild the country, and we're going to take rare earth minerals, and we're going to, kind of offset that, and everybody's going to be supposedly happy. The way I see it, Trump had a team. Team says we're ready to go. Zelensky says he's ready to go. And then he gets there, and I think Zelensky, of course he hates Putin. Who wouldn't? Putin's a dictator. Putin's a rotten guy. Putin came in, took their land. Of course he hates him. But you got Trump, who is trying to negotiate a deal. He can't be saying we hate Putin. Putin's a terrible person, all this stuff. If we're trying to negotiate with the guy, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to, acknowledge what he did was wrong, but you can't just dwell on that. And Zelensky, is someone who, for whatever reason, thinks that because Russia took their land, that they have to give them everything back and pay for it. Well, that's not how war works. That's not how incursions work. That's not how it works. That's why, for whatever reason, we have people doing land acknowledgments in Oregon because we were on some tribal land or whatever. We took it. It's ours. It's not theirs anymore. We took it. You can say it's not right, it's not fair, you can argue all of that stuff, but it ain't theirs. It's ours. We took it. I pay a mortgage on my house. I don't care whose land it's on. It's mine. It's mine now. You want it, come and take it. So I think people need to understand that that's how wars work. And if anybody thinks that Russia is going to say, yeah, here, take your land back. Go ahead and take your land back and let us give you some money. And we're really sorry. We shouldn't have done that. My bad. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And Trump realizes that, and Trump's trying to let Zelensky know. Zelensky, with the mindset, if your mindset is we're going to fight until there's nobody left, guess what? There's not going to be anybody left. Russia ain't going to stop. Russia's got you outmanned, outgunned, more money, and the only reason that Ukraine is able to fight is exactly what Trump said, because people are feeding you money. That's it. That's the only way. Everybody cut that off, done. Instantly, it'd be over. The other thing is, what I think needs to sink into Zelensky's head a little bit, is that Russia is a nuclear power. They could send one over and take out the whole rest of it. I mean, they could take out a whole town, a whole city. And I don't think anybody wants it to come to that. So I think what is going to happen, okay, I think Zelensky was, and I think it's probably true that under Biden, Zelensky could come in and say, hey, thanks, you guys appreciate what you do, and walk out with billions of dollars every time. It was working great. But that's not Trump. Trump's not that guy. Trump's got Doge going. He's trying to stop wasteful spending. Now, it's debatable whether people want to say sending money to Ukraine is wasteful or not. That's debatable. All I know is that we've given them a ton of money to fight a war that they're still losing. And they're giving up ground pretty much daily. And they're running out of people. Now, I think that once that thing started to blow out a little bit, I think Trump was okay with that. Because I think what Trump wanted to do through all of that was to show Putin, hey, I don't roll over for anybody. I ain't rolling over for Zelensky. I ain't rolling over for you. We ain't rolling over for anybody. We're America. And we want to stop the killing. That's why we're in this. It's not to say that Putin's wrong or Putin's right or Zelensky's wrong or Zelensky's right. We don't care about that. We want the killing to stop. And I think he showed the world, really, that if you come here to do a deal, you better be ready to do the deal. And I think Zelensky wanted to renegotiate the deal in the public, and it got ugly, and Trump took the lead and said, no, it's not going to happen. Now, I will say, when it comes to J.D. Vance, I think, showed previous vice presidents what a vice president's supposed to do. That vice president is supposed to have the back of the president. And that vice president is supposed to implement what the president wants. And Vance stepped up and said, no, you don't come in here and talk this way to us. You don't talk that way to our president. You don't talk the way about our country. And I thought J.D. Vance showed, probably, as far as I'm concerned, he demonstrated to me more than ever that, yeah, he probably could be the next guy. I didn't think I didn't have strong feelings towards him or against him, really. I felt he can be a little outspoken. I think he's probably got to have to curb some of that. But the reality is he's a fighter, and that's what we need, and that's why we got Trump, because he's a fighter, and he fights for us. He fights for what we believe is right for us. And I know there's a lot of liberals that think this was the worst terrible thing that could ever happen. And I'm saying that, wake up, boys. Everything that you guys have told us that's going to fall apart, go bad, whatever, has fallen apart and gone bad your way, not ours. And so I think that it's time for you guys to just sit back and watch what happens. See where you want to complain that Trump blew this big chance for peace or whatever. Time will tell. Sit back and wait. Don't be telling us how you're making all these accusations and statements that you think are factual when they're not. Just sit back and watch. The liberal media has been wrong on 90% of the stuff that they've been spewing, and that's why their ratings are in the toilet, and that's why people are going to podcasts and X, and they're getting their news from other places, because the mainstream media has really failed them, has let them down. And some of these people that have believed this stuff, they can't come to the realization that they were lied to, that it was wrong. Not only was it wrong, but the people that were telling them that knew they were lying. Jake Tapper's got a book out now about the something about our original sin or whatever it was, something like that anyway. But he's basically saying, yeah, we covered up. And this is our way of rationalizing why we covered up. It's foolish. It's foolishness. You guys, you lied to the American people. I don't know how you can look yourself in the mirror. I don't know how you can go on TV. I don't know how you can keep your job. I don't know how any of that stuff happens, but it does. But anyway, so my feeling is that This thing's all going to blow over. Zelensky's going to come back. He's going to sign the deal. And, there's going to be a ceasefire. There's going to be an agreement. Zelensky's going to give up a bunch of land, which he's already given up. And Russia's going to say, yeah, stay out of NATO. We'll leave you alone. And, everybody's saying, well, what if he doesn't keep his word? Well, if he doesn't keep his word, he'll go in there and do what he did this last time. That's what he's going to do. If he doesn't keep his word, he's just going to march forward. And I don't think anybody wants to say, yeah, we're going to guarantee that we're going to stop him. I don't think anybody wants to guarantee that. What are they going to do if China takes Taiwan? You think that the entire world's going to go to war because China takes a little tiny island? I don't think it's going to happen. Now, are they going to do everything they can to stop that, prevent that? Of course they are. Trump's going to do that. Of course he is. He doesn't want that happening on his watch. He's going to. And they'll do it, economically and with tariffs and all these other things. They're going to try and prevent him and discourage him from doing that. But the reality is, if somebody decides you're going to go to war, the only way you're going to stop them is to beat them. And the only way you're going to beat them is to be stronger than them. And that means more money, more weapons, more everything. And that doesn't mean you get your big brother to do it every time. You punch somebody in the nose and then run back and get big brother to finish the fight. I'm not saying that Zelensky punched him in the nose, because he didn't. But Biden and Zelensky were talking about Ukraine joining NATO. And Russia, Putin, has said, you're not going to join NATO. I don't want those missiles on my border. Not going to happen. You're not going to do it. That's a red line for me. And unlike Obama with Syria, when Putin says it's a red line, it's a red line. And I think when Trump says it's a red line, it's a red line. That's why I noticed that, Trump, when that whole thing blew up and he kicks him out of the White House, he says when he's ready for peace, he can come back. That's what a leader does. A leader doesn't say, oh, you pissed me off. That's it. You're done. Your country's going, Russia can have your country and kill all the people, whatever. That's what babies do. That's what, what liberals do. He said this, oh no. No. Leaders don't do that. Leaders negotiate. Leaders say, hey, he ain't ready yet. That's fine. We're here when he is. But in the meantime, he's losing more ground and he's losing more people. The longer he wants to go down that road, and, people are saying, well, yeah, but, UK's going to step up and they're going to step up and these guys are going to step up. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's in their backyard. They haven't stepped up yet. What makes you think they're going to step up? They're not going to step up because Trump made the guy cry and go home. No. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend. Man, what a beautiful day yesterday was. Today was not as good, but still okay. I think it's supposed to start raining tonight. I think it's going to be crappy for a while, but it was sure nice to get one beautiful, beautiful day in, Barbecued some chicken, sat outside, had a couple of good cigars. Life is good. Life is good. Anyway, take care, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.